Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about the top 5 pressures that could take you off your game and how you can avoid them. The first big pressure we know you're facing is, will I even make the team? So often athletes are so concerned about will they even make that team that first year. They've got a rookie contract, they're just trying to make the cut and make the big dollars another time. That creates a lot of pressure, and sometimes that pressure can take you off your game. More importantly, you're probably not thinking a lot about money and how you're spending it, you're just thinking about making it during that time. Be aware. The first thing you have to do to relieve that pressure is to stay focused. Get the support you need around your money and stay focused on the game, because that's where you shine. Don't try to take care of everything yourself, just let the professionals help you. The second pressure often comes from family members and friends who mean well, but they're looking for that change for their lives like they've seen in yours. The pressure to help out can be tremendous. How do I deal with the guilt and the pressure that comes when my family members have a need? Just because you've made it big doesn't mean it's your job to save the world. It just means you have the opportunity to do that. But again, get those pieces in line for yourself first, then you can worry about saving your family, your friends, and all those that you want to save around you. Make sure you listen to our other videos on specifically how to deal with the family dynamics. The third problem that I often see take athletes off their game is there are just too many decisions to be made in a short amount of time. So how do you make all the decisions? How do you get everything in a row? How do you show up for rookie camp and show up to a financial advisor's office, and now you have to talk to an accountant and an attorney and all those pieces? And by the way, I have to think about where I'm going to live, and if you have a family, that even complicates it maybe further, that you've got to have a place where you can bring a wife and children perhaps to. So be aware that there are a lot of decisions going on, and the best thing that you can do to offset those decisions and keep them from distracting you from your game is to sit down, take the few minutes that it takes to create a real plan. You don't have to talk to your financial person right away. Just don't go spending your money until you do. And there are ways that you can just set it aside. We don't recommend savings accounts for a long period of time, but put it in a savings account. Give yourself some time to settle down and focus on the field. Just be aware you don't have to solve it all today. Just don't take any big actions and make big decisions until you get each element solved. The fourth thing I've seen really take athletes off their game, and you've got to be careful with this one because this is a tough one. It's the pressures and the conflicting messages among your peers and professionals. Your peers are saying, go for it, you have the money. Why would you show up with an old travel bag when you have this beautiful Gucci bag available to you? Just go buy the car, deal with the rest later. But then the professionals are saying, wait, don't spend your money yet, let's get a plan. And those conflicting messages can take you off your game. Make sure you are attaching yourself to those people who are creating success for themselves long term and get their advice. And that fifth thing, the one that most of the ladies out there are not going to like me for, but fellas, it's the truth. The number one thing that can take you off your game, out of it, not get the signed contract for next year, is dating. Let's face it, guys. If you're going to be with a lady, you want to impress her. You want to drop some dollars on her, you want to show her that you've got it like that, but she's not going to be there for the long term. And if you get all that heart stuff wrapped up in it, now you've got a real problem. We are here for you. We want to answer your questions, guide you through this confusing time, this confusing process, and just make sure that you are successful financially, athletically, and in everything in life.